Right. So hope we are doing well. And I'm by names of Momza Omega, somewhere from the West. And I'm a determined individual to find a way we can put everyone back there in our villages onto board. So basically, when I was doing my research, that's when I was doing masters in bioinformatics, where we people basically program biology. You have heard of the viruses, right? Yeah, so I said, why can't I borrow the same knowledge we used to program those things into actually programming something that could be of benefit to whoever is out there, and the world is not fair to them. Maybe they're unable to get to school, meaning internet is even hard to get. So I say, you know what, the way we design our pipelines, maybe we could have an offline pipeline that is going to enable someone, read, be marked, be assessed, be communicated to, everything within one thing. What a teacher does, this pipeline should do. So basically come up with some thinking, tireless nights. You can imagine. So basically that was when I started my journey, and here I am today presenting my very first output intended to make sure we have everyone who is not accessing school actually feel the urge to be able to read here. So I will start by giving a disclaimer. I know there are many tools we use for studying, from YouTube channels to Google Classrooms to websites, whatever sort of application you are using, even to mobile apps. All those have their advantages, and for me, what I do here is it's like this one combines everything. It's a pipeline, so we combine everything. If there is a YouTube channel that is working well, then right, we can bring it in within. If there are videos that are fantastic somewhere, we just pick them and bring them to you offline. As in, we combine everything that is out in there into one seamless running pipeline, to better make sure you have everything sorted you ever need at school. And it also enables the parents, when you leave your child at home, usually when you come back, you need to understand they have been concentrating, and that has always been an issue. But here we give assignments predetermined, answers are within, the student will answer and fail as you see them, and you will know exactly this guy has been like, he has been on TikTok the whole day. So basically we are trying, bringing in something that can work offline. It's not something that is usually something simple to do, but yeah, here we are. So you allow me take you through this series below to explain the different parts within this pipeline. But I'm going to start with the very basic part of this pipeline, which usually finds most of the people complaining about the interface. So why we choose to use the command line, people, is because of the different functions and how it works. This is the very first time I think I haven't seen anyone try to use a command line to be able to deliver something. And basically it's usually because we as the customers are usually more interested in things that are easy. Click and get what you want. But education can't work like that. You can't just click. At the end of the day, you need to write. You need to sit down and think. And this is why for me I prefer the command. Not only does it enable you to learn how to type faster, it also enables you actually learn how the keyboard is. Because at the end of the day, we need people who are sharp. People actually who can type faster than lightning, faster than me. I just started typing when I was at my master's, imagine. So I'm not that fast. But basically, we are using this very command line version because of the many functions and how they are designed to work within. Very fantastic. If you really give this time, then you will enjoy, I promise you. I do promise. So I'm going to start with the very basic idea. When I was constructing, me and my team, we wanted to make sure that this is a pipeline, meaning when I press ICT and close, maybe electricity goes off. When I press it again, I should resume. I don't need to go into changing options to go to different words. So that's why basically I thought there was no need for clicking. It's like I'm going to resume. That's how it is designed. You always come back and resume from where you stopped. But maybe when you don't want to resume, which is so rare, because when you don't resume, whatever is within, when time for it comes, it is going to open. It's going to open. So you just have to trust the process, read the notes. From the notes, be assessed the chapters, pass the chapters. If you fail, we give you another one. If you fail, we add you. When we are fed up with you, we allow you to go to the next chapter. From the next chapter, we do the same up to when you finish a class, give you an assignment. When you're done, when you go to the next class, in between, we give you activities, mark them, tell you are not qualifying, we add you another activity, we give you short answer questions within. So basically, this is a resume thing. That's why basically you don't need an interface, a graphical user interface. You just always come back and resume. I hope people are going to understand me. But in this series, I will just explain what if you didn't want to resume. Maybe what if you're interested in only items? What if you're interested in only activities of integration? What if I was only interested in notes? What would I do? Because this one covers everything. What if I was only interested in videos that are offline? What if I was only interested in maybe audios, like listening the whole of chemistry as an audio, when you're digging, when you're showering, when you're mopping, when you're running, when you are everything, when you are enjoying yourself, So basically, that's how the idea of the pipelines came up, and I will start by stressing the resume part. The resume what part? That's the first thing I'm covering today. So when I open it, the installation, maybe I can first tackle the installation reactions, the installation steps. So I'm going to come and open my Google Chrome here, and our application is basically, it's OMD, the educational platform, the educational pipeline. It is hosted within GitHub. You will come, and then you can view for how to put it on your phone, how to download for Windows 10 and 11, and basically how to download for Linux. For now, those of Mac OS, they will need to wait for a bit longer. There are some functions you need to change. It is very simple, fast, secure, and what? Powerful. Very simple. So here is where we communicate. Usually you can also communicate through the pipeline. Here is when you want to share with us. You can still share with us through the pipeline. This is our GitHub repository. You can click on it, and then you can actually even get the information right from here. If you're interested in biology, you come here and see what is in biology, and then you read. So it's like everything is running around here. You get it? Hey, you're even free to copy and paste and go and develop your own platforms. Yeah, but basically these are the whole installation reactions, and every time you have issues, there are ways you can always connect to us. So that's our GitHub. This is our simple website. It's basically meant for you to be able to download these things that you require for the setup. The instructions are there, a bit complex here, I would say, but good. When you get this, it will be good for you. So this is how you can still contact us, many things. Then here on the very pipeline, there's the website. There's a part for where you can come and choose the different subjects, and read the items. These are the same items that, for example, run for people who are interested in items in the pipeline, as we shall see. But what the pipeline offers in added advantage, it is able to mark these items. So I would still request you to install, to set up those pipelines so that you can be able to mark and see where am I at. Hope that is clear. So that's basically the website. You can have it. Then there's this link there. Yeah, but when you search for OMD, the education pipeline, you should get it basically. So I was saying, it's just like I'm just introducing that very first part whereby the resume function is there. When I press chemistry, this is a communication part. Very important. What do we do with this? We usually communicate whatever I want to communicate. What happens is whether when communication is very much, we usually open the communication file for people to read through that communication. It opens twice a day and it downloads every day. It is usually a text file. Read through and get whatever you need to know. We can communicate the Zoom class links. You can communicate the Google Meet class links, for people are doing online classes, But if there is nothing to communicate, we also get from whatever someone was reading, we get something to put for them as a reminder. So what I was saying is, this is of course our motto, and whatever, your education is our future, never despair. But I'm saying the first function is to resume. I'll come and press enter and I will resume. So I was basically doing items. I'll continue doing items. We shall get it later. I'm just looking at the resume function now. When I come, say for biology, area for biology, I will press enter, I will resume. I was reading topic 5, senior 5, and this is how I'm going to resume. Kinda interactive. When I'm stuck, I'll connect to internet, get an answer. When I'm done, I come back. I'm resuming from where I stopped. For example, for biology, it will be the same. When I open for history and I want to resume, I had not selected my class, they will first make sure I select it. I've resumed. So basically, the resume part is to make sure there is no need for overwriting. Meaning we don't need more of a graphical user interface, because at the end of the day, we are trying to make things cheaper and cheaper, simpler and simpler. So hope you like the introduction, and if you are really interested, then you can continue with the series. Look at how these things are working. Imagine setting a paper offline, marking it with limited internet for the case of to make it perfect, getting activities, marking them offline, completely offline, having the notes on a version control system, having everything set up for you to have your learning very good. Otherwise, enjoy your time. I wish you all the best in this adventure we are starting.